Your calculator functions class is more useful now, but it would be even easier to use if it didn't store the results of calculations in the result property. In this lesson, you'll convert your mathematical methods so that they return results by themselves. To begin, open the My Project sample file from your Sample Files folder. And open calculatorfunctions.cs. Next, remove the result property. Since the methods are going to return values by themselves, you won't need the result property to store results anymore. Errors appear when you do this, but you'll fix the errors in the course of this lesson. We are now going to change the methods to return values. Begin by changing the add method from public void to public double. This tells C# that the method will return a double value. Void is used for methods that don't return any values. Now change the line inside the add method from result equals to return. Return tells the method to return its value. Note that the return line will always end the method, so any code placed after this line will never run. Next, make the subtract, multiply, and divide methods return a double value in the same way. To do this, simply change void to double and result equals to return. You will need to change how you call the add method to account for the fact that it now returns a value. Open the code behind file of calculator.aspx now. As you can see, some of the code is marked in red because it is no longer valid. To fix the error, change the functions.add line to double result equals functions.add first number, second number. This will store the value returned by the add method in a new double variable called result. Next, change the line that sets the labelResult.text property to labelResult.text equals result.toString. This uses the result variable you created on the previous line instead of the property of the functions class you used in Lesson 6.6. View the page in your browser now. Fill in the boxes with numbers and click the button. As you can see, the calculation works correctly using your new methods. Close your web browser now. Using arguments and return values is best practice when creating methods. You might be wondering why returning a value from your methods is better than setting a property as you did in earlier lessons. In this case, it's undoubtedly better because it eliminates potential errors. Previously, there was no way of knowing which calculation had produced the result found in the result variable. There's nothing stopping you from taking whichever approach you think is best for whatever you're trying to achieve, but it's best to use arguments and return values in almost every case. Note that in C#, the code for creating methods that return values is almost exactly the same as the code for methods that don't return a value. Visual Basic, however, has a clear distinction between the two. Methods that return a value are called functions in Visual Basic. In C#, methods are usually referred to as methods, regardless of whether they return a value or not. This information is provided because you might hear some developers use the word function when they refer to a method that returns a value. Close Visual Studio now. You've now completed Lesson 6-7, Create Methods that Return a Value.